Welcome to the Real Estate Investors Podcast. We interview awesome people from around the industry, helping to give you the resources you need to level up your business. Here's your host, Tyler Woodall.
Hey everybody, this is Tyler again. I'm here with Jeff, and we're just going to have a quick conversations about kind of Jeff's background and what he does. So Jeff, tell me a little about you.
Well, I have been in real estate now for about 3 years, and I actually just fell into it, to be honest with you. I was general manager of a car dealership and had an investment firm from Cincinnati reach out to me and ask me if I'd be interested in purchasing homes for them. And I actually still do that on a commission scale. They buy about 200 properties a year.
Man.
And after seeing how much money they're making on the properties based on my commission checks, I'm like, this is something I need to do on my own. And so started out with just fix and flips, and are now doing fix and flips, and also wholesaling. Even run across a couple of hotel deals where you buy something that's market ready, of course, at a discounted price and sell. And I'm getting ready to jump in and do my first Airbnb. So
that's awesome. I've got a lot of friends that have went that route lately and have 2 and 3x their money off of their long-term rentals. So I think that's a good route to go right now. So you said do a lot of fix and flips. Do you do a lot of kind of buy and holds? Do you fix many of the properties and keep?
I only have 3 rental properties right now that I've held long term. So in the area that I live is a small rural area in southern Kentucky. When COVID hit, there are tons of people moving out of the bigger cities into our area. And so the market has been so crazy that it does not make sense in this market to hang on to.
I get that.
So,
I definitely get that.
As interest rates are starting to rise and other things are taking place, there's some properties that we're going to hold on to, but we had to take advantage of the market that we had.
That's awesome. No, I love that. So I think that's a big key for everything. Not all of us are in the same types of markets. And so some things are going to work better for some people than others. So you just found what worked for you and went with it. So that's awesome. So starting out, obviously you were on kind of the sales side, earning commission. What all were you learning in the business that helped propel you to where you're at now?
Well, the nice thing was the 2 men that I worked for, they were very open about how they ran their whole business. And they're on a much larger scale than me. They have a call center with 2 people taking calls all day, every day. But learned so much from them just watching the way that they operate their business that I decided I could scale that down and run it myself. And we developed such a great friendship that I didn't want to leave them. And so I still work for them, and I took 2 calls for them today. And they're in a much bigger market. They're in the Dayton, Cincinnati area.
Okay.
So opportunity to buy there.
I get that.
More of their properties they are buying and holding for long-term rentals.
Okay.
There is a major shortage of homes and rental homes in that area. So
that makes sense.
So
well, that's awesome. So
being able to learn from somebody that was, 3 steps ahead of you makes it awesome, because you don't have to pay for a mentorship like so many people. You're getting it for free while you're earning money working from them. So that was what was awesome.
100%. Best of both worlds. That's cool. Is there anything, I'm sure there's plenty, but anything you wish you had known when you had started out going out on your own that you know now? Because
I started going out, I wish I had known how crazy the market was going to go, because I would have bought a lot more homes at the time. The big thing is that, like, I used a lot of hard money lenders when I first got started. There is a big difference. You can find quality hard money lenders, and I was so anxious to get in the business, I was just taking whatever I could get. So I was paying really high interest rates, and I don't know if I can, one of the companies that I connected with that has really helped is Connected Investors. I think they're actually based out of North Carolina, but some of their software and stuff. If I had their software and their connections when I started, it would have made a big difference in generating income quicker and having bigger return on your investments. So
what specifically, other than their software, do they do differently that has been super beneficial for you?
Well, they also have a list of hard money lenders and private lenders that have been checked out. And so, when you're connected with one of those lenders through there, you can they have a site where you put in the property that you now have under contract, how much money you have down, how much you're wanting to borrow. And their investors will call you, and that's a call that you don't care to pick up the phone because it's going to be a quality connection, and it's not going to be one that says, hey, I need 30% down and I'm going to do an 18% rate, and I may call it in early.
Right.
So that is their big thing, is the private investors that you have connection through with them.
That's awesome. I love that. Tell me a little about your new property that you're going to be putting on Airbnb. Anything crazy or neat? Or
I think it's neat. It's actually weird how we decided to do this. My wife and I, as I just told you, we unexpectedly sold the home that we're living in. And so we're getting ready to build a barn dominium on this farm that we have bought. And where the fence row runs on this farm, we only bought it because it backs up to a creek. It's a beautiful setting. And where the fence line runs, there's about 1.25 acres that sets to the left of that fence. It looks like it's not even part of the property. And so we have to have somewhere to live while our home's being built. So we are building a 16 by 48 building that's going to have 2 bedrooms and an open living room area. And just off the end of that building is 2 large bases where there were silos. And so we're going to make one of those into a gazebo type area. And we're going to put lights around the other one and just make it like a rustic cabin. We're going to live there for 3 or 4 months while our house is being built. And then when we move out, it's going to become an Airbnb. And so it is, I guess what's neat about it, it's secluded. It sits on a creek, overlooks a beautiful farm, and it's 6 miles from Lake Cumberland, which most people may not be familiar with, but it's the largest man-made lake east of the Mississippi. Average depth of about 220 feet. It's deep enough to turn itself. It's 67 miles long in 5 counties.
Wow.
And it is the most visited destination in the state of Kentucky. So
no kidding.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
Yeah, Cincinnati and Dayton area, every weekend from Memorial Day to Labor Day. It's amazing how many people visit Lake Cumberland. So
that makes sense. That's awesome. So you may be sitting on a gold mine right there.
Well, we have already thought about this. We were talking about this last night after we decided we was going to make it into an Airbnb. And I've actually started searching now for some lots on the Cumberland River that connect, because these little cabin things that we're doing, I'm getting this one done for about $42,000. So it would be a very cheap way to set up some Airbnbs that would be next to the lake. So
no kidding.
Probably going to check into this venture and try to build on it. So
that's awesome. I love that, man. So, well, cool. All right. So obviously this is $1 million question, because nobody knows what's going to happen next 5 years. Where do you see your business kind of changing? I know a lot of that depends on the economy and what happens over the next couple of years.
A man without vision perishes. So I also pastor a church. So
no kidding.
I know that. Yeah, so you got to have vision. That's what I did when I was in Pinehurst. I pastored a church in Moore County down there.
That's awesome.
But so I have a long-term vision. I just turned 50. And so my long-term vision starting this year was, you asked me about buying whole properties. My long-term vision is to develop, buy and hold properties so that I can build residual income where I don't have to be out chasing deals, and I can travel and do more. So 5 years from now, I hope to have 30 long-term rentals that are paid for and accumulating residual income every month.
I love that. That's awesome. Well, cool. Well, is there anything one of our listeners or viewers could possibly help you with, or is there anything you'd ask for from them?
I love connecting with other people and getting advice from other people. I wish somebody could answer the $1 million question. Tell me what the market's going to be like in 2 to 3 years. But, if you have listeners, here would be my thing. If you have listeners that are thinking about getting into real estate, whatever aspect it is, I would say that nothing great is accomplished without risk. I have always been intrigued by real estate and really wanted to get in it 10 or 12 years ago and did not because of fear.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that you overcome your fears and you take risks if you really want to accomplish your dreams. I think people need 3 things in life if they're going to be happy. They need financial freedom, they need freedom of time, and freedom of location. And I think investing in and working at real estate can give you all of those. And I think it's the best tool in order to do that. So that would be my piece of advice to someone. If anybody can tell me how to do that quicker, I would love to hear it. So
I love that, man. That's cool. Well, I really appreciate you taking some time to talk to me today. It means a lot. If there's ever anything I can do to help you, just let me know. But outside of that, I appreciate you taking some time to record with me.
No problem. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Awesome. Thanks, everybody. Talk to y'all soon.